Hello and kumusta? Okay, so in our previous video, we have created this login form. So this is just the continuation of that video. So in here, we will add a main form that serves as when you log in your program. This main form will be our main program. Okay, so without further ado, so let's start. So the first step here is to add some Windows form, another Windows form. So we will not add a new project here. So just add a window form. Okay, you can add your window form in the project menu here. Okay, then go to add. So you can add forms here, or you can right click on your Solution Explorer, then select add. Oh, sorry. Uh, you must select your project first. Okay, so this is your project. Login form is the name of our project. So select first, then you have to right click, then search for add. Uh, there's an add Windows form here. So here. Okay, so you can add your Windows form on the project, or you can select here in your Solution Explorer, then right click, then add. I will use the project menu, then add Windows form. Okay, so a new dialog box or a dialog box will appear. Is where you add your Windows form. Okay, so be sure to select your Windows form here. Then let's rename our Windows form. Since this is a main form, so I will call it me FRM main. Here. Okay, so FRM main.vb. Then, okay, we are selected on Windows form. Then you can add your Windows form. Okay, so this is our new Windows form. Then you will notice in your Solution Explorer, there is a form here that named FRM main. So this is our main form. Okay, I will rename the name of my form in our login. Let's rename it to FRM login, so that we will know that this form is the login form. Okay, you are renaming a file. Would you also like to perform a rename in this project? Okay, yes, in all its references. Okay, there. So let's change some properties in our main form, especially the startup or Windows state when the form starts or loads. So in here, it is in normal. So let's change it to maximized, so that when the form loads, it will maximize on your screen. Then another one is let's change our startup form. Since this program starts with the login form, okay, so you can see here, if I press the start button here, okay, there were build errors. Okay, so what are your build errors? Let's check the login form. And there are build errors in the login form. I think our error is here in the startup form. So this startup form is form 1, which is not available now because we changed the name of form 1 into FRM login. So I think it's a bug on our Visual Studio project. There, so as you can see, the startup form is the login, so it is the first one to run. So to change my startup form and start with the main form, so that I can see the main form when it starts. Okay, so let's start the program. As you can see, the Windows state of our main form is in maximize form, okay, not in normal. So I think our main form is now ready. Okay, so let us add some codes in our login form. So first, go to your login form, then double click the form. Okay, so we are now in FRM login load event. So let's change the load event into closed event. So there, close. Then a simple code that we'll add here. Let's add end. Yeah. Okay. So what happens here when the login form will close? Let's erase this first. When the login form close, all our project or our program will close. Okay, that's the use of that code. Okay, why I do that? Okay, you will see later on when we add some code on our main form. Okay, so in here, double click the main form, then we will add a code, a simple code here that will show the login form. So let's call the name of our login form frm login that show. Okay, there are many show properties here or event, so the one I will use is the show dialog. Why? Because if you select the show, it will only show the form, and other forms behind that form can be selected. Okay, so when you select the show dialog, the other form behind this form will not cannot be selected. Okay, so I will use the show dialog box here. So let's start it now. Oh, I forgot something on the login code window. Okay, so in here, after the welcome box, so when the welcome box close, our form login will hide. Okay, login dot hide, or it's simple, just me dot hide. It means that this form will hide when after you click the OK on the message box, on the welcome message box. Okay, so I think our code is ready. Start. Okay, here, so we have the login form and we have the main form behind it. So as you can see, I cannot select the form behind it because the code that we use is the show dialog. So this means that this login form is the dialog of the main form. Okay, so what happens here is our start form is the main form. Then after the main form log in, okay, so we put some code there that it will show the login form. So that's why the login form is here. Then after we show the login form, we cannot select the main form behind it unless we log in. Okay, and what happens if I close or I press the close button on our logins? Of course, it will end the program. So as you remember, we added some code on our close event on our login form that will end the program. Okay, so let's try it there. So as you can see, the program ends when we click the close button on our login form. But when we log in after the welcome event, okay, the login form will hide. So you can now select the main form here. Okay, so before I end my video, I would add some menu strip so that we know that we are inside the main form. Okay, so just add a tool here that called menu strip there. Okay, for example, this menu strip is the file, edit, that one the one we see here. Okay, let's just copy it. Edit, view, etc, etc. Yeah. Yeah. What do we have in our file? We have the close or exit. Okay, so I think let's add some code here on our close button that will end the program. Okay, so it's very simple. Yeah. Okay, let's try our programs. So start. So there, as you can see, we have a menu here, but I cannot select the menu. Why? Because I'm not logged in yet. So let's log in, Mike, then log in. So after the welcome, we are now logged in on our main menu. So we can now select our main program or main form here. Okay, what happened if we select the close menu here, it will end the program. Okay, so that's all for now. On our next video, we will continue this program. Okay, so see you on our next video. So thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like if you want more of our tutorial. Okay, so good day.